Well, hello, hello, hello. It is Latanya Washington here, your customer journey strategist, college instructor of social media marketing and brand building and media design, as well as the owner of The Customer Culture. And so today we're going to be talking about how to build a sales funnel. I'm going to be talking in pieces here because we have a how to build a sales funnel masterclass coming up at the end of the month. And so, if you are an entrepreneur, a business professional looking to start a business on the side, or already a small business owner, and you're looking to scale your business and you're trying to figure out how do I develop my own digital journey for a potential client, a potential customer, for the consumers, so they are able to build a relationship with me. So there is a consistent flow of interaction. There's a consistent flow of transaction. There literally is a simple time in which you're able to consistently build trust, which is a necessity in all of these things. And so now let's start out first and foremost with the first step in building a sales funnel. So now you first have to do these things. This one thing first. You have to be able to build brand awareness. Why do I need to be able to build brand awareness? Because people on these social media platforms in particular are looking for two things. They're either looking for you to, one, cure their boredom, or two, it's out of curiosity. Those two things. People wake up in the morning and first thing many people do is they grab their phones and they begin to scroll. Either they're bored or they're curious. What is Susie Q doing? What is John Doe doing over there? I want to be entertained. What is that thing? And so the goal for you is to be able to develop a sense of brand awareness. Now, in the process of that, you have to be willing to know what it is that you want to offer people or how you want to show up in the marketplace. And so, with that, that is how we begin to evaluate, what am I doing here? What is my why? Why do I want to sell this digital product or this physical product? Because in the midst of it all, you have to be able to understand why you do what you do, why you choose to provide that offer to a particular audience. Because if you don't, you won't be able to develop the type of content that is necessary for you to continue to build awareness. So say for instance, I want to talk about animals left and right. I mean, I'm talking about dogs. I'm talking about elephants. I'm talking about cats. Well, guess what? And say for instance, I'm at the zoo and I can love animals, but it's not a topic of discussion that would be for me because I don't love animals that much. And so I'm trying to sell cats. I'm trying to sell dogs. I'm trying to sell dog food. I'm trying to sell cat food. Well, because it's not something that I'm truly interested in, I'm going to fizzle out. I won't even be able to create the type of content that I'm passionate about because it's just not my forte. And so you have to be able to go back and say, why am I wanting to offer this to an individual? Why do I feel that I have the experience to provide this information to people? And what are the things that will make people want to stay? All right. So we have to begin to, first of all, develop a form of brand awareness. Now, remember, what did I say? People are utilizing these social media platforms because, one, what? They're bored and they're seeking some form of entertainment, or two, they're just downright curious. We are some nosy people. So we go to the platforms for things like that. I have literally seen people sit all day long and scroll, go get something to eat, come back, turn on the television, go do something, and then they get right back on their mobile devices. It's nature. Okay. What it also is what I call it's a form of a trigger, or it becomes a habit. It is habit forming that what is has occurred. Now it's good for us because we begin to understand it is the nature of people. This is just the nature. So if I'm going to market my product or my service effectively, I have to understand the nature of the human being. All right. And so we have to do those things first. So what I want you to begin to do is evaluate what your why is. I do this because I want to help women who they work a 9 to 5 job and they have 2 small kids that go to school, but they realize they still don't have enough income coming in to do the things that they may desire to do. Okay. So then I have to evaluate if I want to help women who work 9 to 5 and say they are between the ages of 35 to 45, and they're trying to figure out how can I bring in more income, and they have children. I have to evaluate what is the pain point, and then I have to evaluate what is it that I can offer them that's going to help them make more money. So it could be they get the children to bed at night, or, now they are able to, maybe they want to sell jewelry because they're a woman who love jewelry. So now in the midst of that, they can begin to create jewelry, but we also need to understand the business aspect of the sale, the business aspect of marketing. All right. But I have to be passionate about wanting to help women at that particular age, or another segment of women who, they're raising the kids on their own. They got to work that 9 to 5, but they like, "Ugh, I ain't bringing in enough money." Well, voila, I can help you with that. Okay. Been there, done that. Okay. And I'm passionate about what it is that I do. Now, you have to be able to now go back, evaluate why you do what you do, why you choose to do what you do, what you can offer people, and who that individual is that you can offer it to. That's one of your first steps. And I find out many times that people will bypass that step or will scribble scrabble over that aspect of it. But it is very, very crucial in you developing your own brand awareness. Why? Because we have to be able to begin to look at how can I begin to develop the content that I'm going to need to be able to face an audience on these social media platforms, because it's just not me. Now, the key thing is you're not going to touch the lives of everyone, but you will be able to touch the lives of some. And when I say some, it could still be millions. It could be 10,000. It could be 1,000. Whatever that number is, you're still going to have the ability to connect, to touch the lives of the people that you want to touch the lives of, that really, really are interested in what it is that you have. But we got to begin to develop a form of brand awareness, which is going to come from our content. Now, when we begin to look at our content, you all, we now have to begin to look at what I call content pillars or content buckets. Write these things down. So now I have to ask myself, once again, I have to begin to think about what is it that my particular audience, a woman age 35 to 45, single parent working a 9 to 5 job, what are the things that they would be most interested in? What are they looking for? Now, when I begin to evaluate those things, I can begin to write out, okay, they are concerned about how they can begin to make more money. They're concerned about the social media platforms and how they can begin to get, maybe there's, once again, they might be wanting to sell jewelry, how they can begin to put themselves out there. They're concerned about, they're concerned about how am I going to feed my children tomorrow morning? Well, we already understand that money makes people happy, right? So now we have to begin to evaluate, what do I need to put together? Once again, it's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I know that I can offer people, that particular audience, that's going to help solve what it is that they desire or something that they really, really want. All right. I'm telling you all, it's very crucial. Knowing how to develop the content and sitting down and saying, this is the type of content. You have to know your audience, because we just can't step up on a social media platform and just post. Every once in a while, you throw out a post twice a week. And now you're asking me to buy something. Hello, I don't even know who you are. You haven't even shown me that you are really, really serious about what it is that you do. I don't trust you just yet. All right. So you have to understand, you have to be strategic. And I always, like I tell my students, you have to sit down every week and say to yourself, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish this week? What is my goal for this week? Maybe my goal was I want to start a podcast. So if my goal is I want to start a podcast, I need to start writing out what I'm going to talk about in this podcast. I have to say, this is what I want to talk about, and I need to know who I'm going to be talking to. It doesn't have to be that difficult, but we have to do the work. So once again, every week, the strategy is, first things first, what is my goal to accomplish for this week? Make it simple for yourself in the process of it all. Because at the end of the day, another thing that I call, when we develop the content and we're looking at developing our brand awareness, we do what we call, we have to develop what we call an external trigger. What is that external trigger? That external trigger is that thing that's going to capture the attention of that audience. It could be you could put out a funny video. Ha 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 ha. It could be it's something that was very informative. It could be something that that is sparkly and shiny, and it's going to capture people's attention. Now, in that, you also have to begin to evaluate, when I put that content out, what's going to be next. That's the external trigger that we begin to do, because now, remember, what do people do? As I talked about human nature, what do we begin to do? If it's something that attracts their attention, and I'm gonna get back to that real quick, because I gotta say something real quick. If it's something that's going to attract their attention, it's going to cause them to be interested. When they become interested, what do people do? We definitely click and we go to the profile and we start seeing what else is there. Now for you, let's get to this content. This is why I am going to be teaching this, how to build a sales funnel, you all. It starts with brand awareness, but you need to know the content that you're creating. All right. Make sure you are getting on the wait list. Click the link that's available to you and get on the wait list for this. All right. Now, the thing is, you all, when we develop the content, we just can't be just going willy-nilly and just creating some type of content that we know you just piece together. All right. You literally can go to and you can utilize Canva for free. Go to Canva and begin to develop and create a type of content that you know will be appealing. You don't just want to always create an image. You want to create a video. You want to be able to develop what we call B-roll. What is B-roll? That means I could be outside and I'm just capturing me walking down the street, or I'm in the air looking at trees, or I'm in the grocery store, I'm at Target, and I'm just showing people that how I shop, or how I put particular items in my basket as I begin to put together my curriculum for the next class. And I need all this extra stuff. I need pencils, I need pads, I need glue, I need markers, I need all these things. That's what we call B-roll. Because you can begin to utilize B-roll, you all, and then put words on the B-roll and utilize it as one part of your content. You can also create content where you see how I'm on this microphone right now and I'm shedding and I'm spitting bars. I could be singing, but I'm giving you information. That's another form of content. I can create a video. There's so much that you can create. I can create a carousel, which means that I created an image or a what I call photo quote, but it continues on where we have people to swipe and go to the next page for more information or photo card. But we can create all of these things, you all, in Canva. All right, Canva.com. If you are very, very into what it is that you're doing, you can also go to Adobe Photoshop. They have some amazing images and they also have some amazing movies that you can utilize even as B-roll. All right. So you want to begin to develop your content. So I always tell people, and this is what I do. I take a day out of the week and I develop my content. I take a day out of the week because I've already decided what am I looking to accomplish this week? What is my goal for this week? So once I understand that goal and I've created that blueprint, now I can take my time out and develop the content that's needed because now I know what I'm offering. Now I already understand who my audience is going to be. I understand the pain points or the needs or the desires that they're looking for. And now I'm able to create the content solely based on what it is that they want. Now, I can also put a funny meme in there because we still also want to keep things light. You have to be able to say, I need to take out my time and I need to create content that is going to be necessary and something that my audience would want. As well as you all, and I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to stop in a few minutes, but in this, as part of a funnel, you all, it goes from brand awareness to the interest, consideration. We have to develop what we call a lead magnet. You're going to be developing a lead magnet in the masterclass, the How to Build a Sales Funnel masterclass. We have to have our lead pages. We have to know how to create our emails because remember, we're taking people from either a potential client or a cold audience that has been externally triggered by us. They saw something that we did post, and now you want to begin to develop that phase of interest. Now they have developed what I call an internal trigger. Now they're always checking for me because they're building trust in the process. You understand how we have to begin to be strategic in what we do. This is called strategy. What did I tell you? Decide on that goal for the week, and we have to begin to build from there. And then at the end of the day, we're developing the relationships because that's part of marketing. I'm not talking about, I'm just throwing out a post, you all. We have to market to our audience. This is why we have to believe in what it is that we offer. We have to know the experiences. We have to be able to be resourceful to our audience because they have to build trust. They have to be interested and by now, when we continue to show up consistently, guess what begins to happen? They develop a habit. They have developed a habit to consistently always want to connect with us, and they know we're going to give them our best. All right. So I'm going to stop there because it is a consistent building up on us developing. We got to know how and where we're going to develop the content. We have to know our content buckets. What am I going to talk about? How can I touch this? Am I going to provide them with resources? My content this time is just going to be about resources where they can go to. My next content might be a joke. It could be something funny. It could be a meme that still takes people back to what it is that I offer. It can be something that is very informative and educational. It just depends on what it is that I'm going to offer my audience. Everybody has a story, and you have to be willing to understand what your story is. And there will come a time when you're going to need to share your story. Every time I do trainings at companies and corporations, you all, I literally start out with a story. Why do I start out with a story? Because it is that story that allows me to connect with the people, with my audience that I'm going to be talking to. So what I've just done is I pulled them into my conversation. That's why I keep getting calls back over and over again when I step foot into a company or a corporation. I love what I do. I am sincere in what I do. I have been created to do what it is that I do. I have gone through the ups and the downs of life, not for me, but to help other people along the way, along their journey, so they can be the best at what it is that they have been called to do as well. We're not alone. You are not alone. And so we're going to stop there. Make sure you are registered for the upcoming How to Build a Sales Funnel. This is all about marketing, you all. I'm about this marketing life. So I want to make sure that you are registered for the upcoming Sales Funnel Masterclass. It's going to take place at the end of the month, and I want to prepare you for your new season. All right? Because guess what? You were created to create. It's your girl, LaTanya, and we'll talk again soon. Make sure you are connecting to me. Go to my website, LaTanyaWashington.com, or just click the link below and connect with me in or even on my social media platforms, Instagram, LaTanya Washington, LinkedIn, LaTanya Washington. I'm even trying out TikTok. You know, I'll play on some platforms just to see what it's going to do, because I teach this all the time. And so, but my main platform, you all, is LinkedIn. That's where my actual main audience is, because of what I do with the customer culture. All right. That's it for now, you all. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.